Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all placements, Holy Spirit, Angel Guides, Spirit Guides. What is the 2026 message for Cancer? Hi, Cancer. Thank you for stopping by the channel. 2026 is nothing like 2025. It is the year of the fire horse. Chinese zodiac. Why I like this is because just envision a horse galloping on the beach on fire or going toward. This is some intense energy. First of all, the horse is very focused, right? Because he doesn't want to trip or fall over anything. And unless you pull the reins, he is going pretty fast. They exemplify freedom and strength. They're very strong. And the fire illuminates things. Fire can also be destructive, though. But when it illuminates things, Spirit is telling you to be bold, to be courageous, to make progress. Avoid chaos and confusion. It's just a distraction, a deterrent. Stay focused. A fire horse, he is focused. He's fast. So a lot of things are going to be happening swiftly. You are focusing on your inner journey in 2026. We're all going to be centered back to ourselves. I do feel some solitude. I feel that allows us to deal with some old habits. We still are shedding. Even though 2025 was the year of 9, the snake, shedding our skins, our old patterns, our beliefs, our habits, embracing the new, we're still doing this. Cycles are ending and new beginnings are starting. We're very mindful, or at least Spirit wants us to be very mindful of what our goals and objectives are and to stay focused on them, to be the fire horse. First of all, fire is wand energy. It's about taking constructive action to get from point A to point B, just staying focused. I need help with doing that too, because there are so many outside forces distracting you. I know, but this energy is very dynamic. It's potent. 2026 is a great cocktail of swiftness, freedom, perseverance, illumination, and passionate energy. So we got to harness that and use it for our good. Action, ambition, taking calculated risk. Cancer. I see you exemplify the fire horse. You're on fire. Something has you on fire. And I think that's going to bring rapid progress. Any seeds that you're planting in 2026, they are going to grow. You are going to see progress. Whereas it may have taken a while for you to see things progress in the past, not in 2026. Anything that you put action to and you persevere, you're bold, it's going to produce something. You're also very good on your cutoff game. Anything that needs to end, you bring it to an end so that something can begin. Very Emperor, Empress energy I'm feeling here. Very decisive when it comes to taking action. It's like you're not laboring, pondering, oscillating. You just assess the whole situation and you make a decision. Avoiding chaos, conflict, avoiding that, because a horse, he avoids anything that may get in his way, right? He's very focused, so he's paying attention. So anything that's unstable or that people that are trying to goat you or they're not being supportive. You have haters, Cancer. We all do. But I see them here And they're appearing as distractions. Their whole reason is to keep you unfocused so that you got to slow down, right? So you're pulling on the reins. You're going to determine how fast your horse goes or how slow your horse goes, and when you need to slow it down and for what reason. Other than that, other than spirit telling you that you need to do that, I see you channeling your intentions and remaining focused. There's a fiery, dynamic energy, and you're feeling it. And once you get going, you're going to feel the momentum. You're not going to let this go. Very constructive goals, objectives that build solid foundations. You are embracing change. 2026 all about embracing change, right? You can't fight it. It's like you can't fight it. So you need to just go with it. Be open. Also, relationships. There may be some relationships that you need to let go of. As that's what I was saying. You're still shedding, right? And realizing what has served its purpose and that it's time to move on. Spirit says, let relationships evolve, even if that means ending them. Use the year's momentum for necessary risks, bold steps forward, movement, going towards your fulfillment. All right, let's get some cards here. Cancer. Here we go. Ooh, royalty. Purple. So you're very intuitive. You are the high priestess for me. So you are very intuitive. Very ambitious this year. Spirit says pay attention to mind and heart. The harmony between them. The balance. This is about 2026 spiritual elevation. Sometimes things happen that we have to rely on God. You know, whenever anything happens, everybody says, oh my God, right? Right. So you have the color purple and surrender to divine. Very intuitive, very spiritual. Balancing the spiritual and the physical worlds. And you're dealing with somebody, it's very pretentious, pompous, haters. I don't really need to look at that too much right now. How we're going to look at 2026, Cancer, I'm going to break it into quarters, 4 quarters. Then we'll go over the months briefly. I'll look at love and career, wealth and money, actually. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's great. Okay. 2 more. I am. Thank you. Okay, Spirit. You open up with the 7 of Wands. Protecting, defending, standing up for whatever you believe. This is also divine, letting you know you are protected. But I think you finally decide something you want to do in January, or you're defending something that you're doing that you think has value, that you're standing up for something. You're also protecting what you have. Then you have the Death card. The Death card's about an ending, transformation, and a new beginning. All in one card. And it's a major arcana. So when the Death card usually appears, like things change, whether you're ready for it or not, whether you want it or not. This is how it's going down, okay? So you're able to stabilize yourself. You have a good stance there. You're able to stabilize yourself, and you're ready for this transformation, Cancer. I already feel that you're the Emperor, the Empress, just because the color purple appears. I feel like you exemplify fire, but it's not just this year. This is like you coming in. Okay. You're a teacher, a mentor. Somehow you're also in the position you're in to give away your knowledge, your strength, your teaching. Okay. Spirit says surrender to divine. Also, Wayne in Pisces. Pisces is also my high priestess card too. Very spiritual. That's the most spiritual card in the deck. This is definitely about spiritual elevation. After all, this physical walk is about a spiritual warfare between good and evil. It is, oh, you have choices to make. And this is you doing the research on your phone about future horizons, making decisions. 2026 is a year for being decisive. Hopefully you come into the year already knowing what you want. But I see by March, because you are in the energy of letting go, surrendering to the divine. And when it's over, he says it's over, it's over. His timing's not ours, but it's always right. It's accurate. So, somebody, this is the past. I was feeling that. Remember, I said that. You can listen to the video. There's something there. April, you're feeling nostalgic. Spring is in the air. I don't know. But quickly, Spirit reminds you of your purpose. You have a journey, right? This is that spiritual. It reminds me of the Temperance card because there's one foot in the water and one foot on earth, and that's about balancing between the physical and the spiritual worlds. And this is you making a decision spiritually, full toot, full tilt, full toot, full tilt, going with your intuition. That brings you to a whole nother level. You've surrendered to divine here. Those are two major arcana. As I said, the high priestess is Cancer energy. Also, the most spiritual card in the deck, the Fool, is Aquarian energy. That's making sudden changes that you feel good about. It's rebelling against what everybody thought would happen. It's doing the total opposite. And it is being successful because you're listening to the desires of your heart where the truth resides. This also puts you in alignment with Holy Spirit. And when you're in His will, then you're moving towards the reason that you're here, your purpose. Absolutely. And when you're in His will and you're moving toward your purpose, nothing can stop you. Yeah, this is the year of the fire horse. Okay. You have a lot of pentacles here. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles appear. All you really need is that one pentacle to have the Ten of Pentacles. Everything, love and the picket fence, all of that. It's at your disposal. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay. Why is the color purple here? The Magician falls. Because you have the willpower, the resources. The King of Pentacles is here. The Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. This is all about your stability, your future. What you think about will materialize with the Magician. What you think about and you are about, that's what will happen. Yeah, you have the Two of Wands twice, all about being decisive about something, right? Of course, you have to choose the right path and use all the resources that help you make the right decision and informed decision. I think it's almost like you have to gather all the information, and then your angel guide, your spirit guides, that small voice inside will help you make the right decision. This is the balance between the earthly and the spiritual world. Temperance, Sagittarian energy, staying in balance, in harmony, being patient, believing. You have so many cards of belief. The Magician is all about faith. If we don't believe it, it is not gonna happen, right? And then look at this. Well, tell me, I'm gonna shuffle. So the color purple shows me that you have a higher spiritual calling. I said, why is the color purple here? The Magician fell, Temperance fell, and you already had the Death card in February. You had the Fool, the High Priestess is in the future too. And here's that Uranus energy now appearing as Scorpio, Tower. And maybe this transition, this decision, yes, I'm telling you, it happens like overnight. This transformation, right? Yeah, and you decide to go with it. You're in harmony. You're in the will. It's like nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing can stop this. 6 major arcanas. Nothing. Oh, but they try. Right? The devil always lays in the cut, tries to figure out our weaknesses, and then comes at us. But the whole thing is, the devil is a major arcana too, and he's controlled by God also. So when you are in God's will, when you're doing what God wants you to do and what you were sent here to do, forget it. Nothing can stop that. But he tries. You have the 6 of Cups. I think it has something to do with the past too, and also your thoughts. Yeah, but I don't see you returning to the past. I see you letting go of that. I really do. You're surrendering to divine. When you surrender to divine, you can't hold on to worry, concern, listen to what other people say. Allow that to stop you from making any kind of progress. You can't. No. Tell me about love, Spirit. Finances and career are a factor now. So maybe love isn't as high of a priority because you're feeling like you're in spiritual warfare. Some of you, it could be that. Okay. The Spirit just told you, you got this. Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why. Disconnect. Yeah, solitude may be the answer. To disconnect from the world, spend some time alone so that you can, Spirit says, become familiar with your newfound power, mindset. Yeah, you're powerful here. When Spirit shows up like this, major transformation. And it's non-negotiable, and nobody's going to stop that. Once you agree, forget it. Yeah. Oof. Some of you may need some support in some way. This could even go back to the mentorship I was telling you. You mentoring someone. Regarding love, divine timing is at work in your life. That is true whether you're with somebody or you're looking for somebody new. Or you're leaving somebody as part of an ending, walking away from the past. Divine timing is at play in your life. Okay, is there something else you want to tell me about love, Spirit? Yeah, I'm going to use these cards. What about this divine timing for Cancer? If they're with somebody, what do they need to know? Somebody has some fear. There's some fear. If you're with somebody, there's some fear. And you bring stability, though. Peace. Yeah. You're in a very peaceful, quiet energy. Tell me about this fear. Why is that here? Okay. Someone's wearing a mask. So somebody could be afraid of you. That's why the evil comes out. So how will Cancer know who is wearing this mask? How will Cancer know? Okay. There's somebody that's not healed. They appear in conflict. They are a drama king, a drama queen. Always got something going on, this person. Totally unbalanced. Spirit says the answer is no. And this could be this person. Yeah. Because they're going through addictions, toxicity, some type of codependency. Maybe another relationship is ending on them. I don't know what they're going through, but the answer is no. Do not entertain this. This could be very well how the devil appears. Okay. Spirit says there is a soulmate. Okay. Yeah. Or this was a soulmate, but it was karmic in nature. So you separated from it in 2025, or maybe you will cut the cord totally in 2026. Okay. What else, Spirit? Soulmate. Are you going to tell me about this soulmate? Because you are telling me about this person who's dealing with Cancer under false pretense. One of you, look at this. I mean, they want you to shut up. Something about your mouth being closed, staple closed. Somebody doesn't want it to get out. There's something that somebody doesn't want out. You've got haters, rivals. That's why you come in with the Seven of Wands. I believe that's an energy you have to maintain over what you value. Like, people are jealous and envious sometimes of what we have, and there's nothing we can do. But somebody has to let go of some conflict. Something's very chaotic. Wow, there's like blood on her hands, blood on their hands, their mouth, or I don't know. Very weird. Weird energy here. Stalemate energy. This is a difficult choice regarding this person that you have to leave. Somebody is karmic in nature. You're cut from two different cloths. Okay. I don't even know now. I've been going, he's been keeping me here with this person that you're separated from. And it's in the third or fourth quarter. They could reappear in April, I think I said, and then they keep trying to inject their cells. There's something that they fear that they don't want to get out. Maybe they don't want you to know. They're appearing one way, but really this is what's going on behind the scenes. I'm telling you. Spirit's kind of adamant. He's been keeping me there. I want to talk about something new, but he wants to talk about you totally letting go of the past. Because the answer is no. This person is unhealed. You've done a lot of work. They have done zero. Okay. Give me an intuitive message for Cancer. Let's break this energy. Thank you. So spending time by yourself, quality time alone, brings you into a higher connection with self. Spirit wants you to connect with your higher self. That's what 2026 is. Staying focused on you and becoming the best version of your higher self. Greater intuitive clarity. You're the high priestess, right? Let's go back to these other cards. That's the whole purpose. Mind and heart in harmony. Your intuition becomes crystal clear when your mind and your heart are in alignment. I think I said that too. And you will get clarity through stillness, finding time to be alone, meditate. It will unlock your intuition. Didn't I say being alone is very important? Boy, my eyes are swollen. Sometimes I can't wear anything and always have issues with my eyes. All right, Spirit, tell me about wealth, money, ideas, creativity. 2026, what does Cancer need to know? It's a new beginning. It's a good time to start something new. It is, and you've been told that. I think you are still closing cycles and beginning new ones. Yeah, I think you're wiser, you're smarter, you're just doing it quicker. But 2026, you have a lot of creative ideas, and these are ideas that could get you noticed. They could build upon your nest egg. Some of you, they could create a nest egg for the future. This is you serving as a mentor, somebody's guide, a role model. Because you're very wise. To those who have been given much, much is expected. People from the past return, flashback. This is that energy again. And you know, if you're thinking about this new beginning, you're focused on where you're going, the fire horse, that's a distraction. That is Satan. But you will resolve any issues that present themselves. You already have the answers inside of you. You know your angel guides, your spirit guides are around you. You've been through this before, so this is nothing new. Things will work out. And regarding this new beginning, which you will refocus on immediately, you're going to find ways to stand out with whatever is new, whatever seeds you're planting. It's about being different because we all are doing the same thing. We just bring a little difference to it, and that makes all the difference. You are going to find new openings, and your job security is going to improve. Here you are increasing your power. You're moving up. I'm telling you. You're increasing your power, your status, more money, better everything. We know money buys material things, right? But for those of you who are putting forward the effort in that area, remember, this is the year that things happen rapidly too, because there's speed with the fire horse. He's swift, right? And there's enlightenment. The only time that that energy, this dynamic energy, is destructive is when we don't use it. But when we use it and we allow ourselves to be guided, yes, we're ready for a new journey. Look what you got too. This new journey not only introduces you to who you love, but also what you love. I think it's a double blessing. All right. Thank you so much for staying till the end, Cancer. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment. Thank you so much for all of you that have subscribed and given me a like and a comment throughout 2025. I'm really grateful for you. And I pray that all of your goals and objectives turn into successful achievements in 2026. Until the next moon phase, namaste.